How's it going, Top Forest TV? My name is Jack, and welcome to my preview for Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal, taking place at the City Ground. So yeah, obviously we have a good history, recent history against Arsenal at the City Ground. Obviously beating them twice in the FA Cup, beating them at the end of last season, which stopped them from winning the Premier League, which was pretty cool. Not that I didn't really want them to win the league. I think I preferred them to have won it over Man City. But to say that we were the team that stopped them was pretty cool. And also it did announce our safety in the Premier League as well. So it was a huge day at both ends of the table in terms of that. But yeah, look, it's going to be a different type of game, I'm sure, this time. They're not sort of in the middle of a downfall in terms of the Premier League season. They're on a little bit of an up, if really anything, to be honest with you. They did have a bit of a patch where they were struggling, losing to the likes of Fulham and West Ham, but they are on the back of a 5-0 drubbing of Crystal Palace at the Emirates. Obviously, they didn't play at the weekend because they weren't in the FA Cup anymore, knocked out by Liverpool. So look, it's going to be a difficult game. Obviously, Arsenal are a very good side, but I'm feeling unsure on this one. Part of me wants to say, look, it's Arsenal, we've got a good record against Arsenal of late, we'll be alright. But then another part of me is there, like, it's Arsenal and they're doing well, and I'm not 100% convinced. It's an interesting one, really. In terms of our team, our players, we've had a bit of a boost today in training. A few players have come back at the same time. Whether they'll be fit for tomorrow, I don't know. Hoping that Alanga's fit. I don't know if Taiwo will be just yet. He's been recovering, obviously, as we know. So we'll see how that deals. How he deals with that. But look, I think it'll be. Some might be in contention. Others maybe not quite yet. But yeah, look, Arsenal are a very good side, got some very good players. I know Saka's had a bit of a difficult time of it of late, not really being as good as he probably would like to have been, or he has been over certain years gone by. I think he's still a fantastic footballer, and I'd still pick him without a shadow of a doubt for the England squad in the Euros. Start 11, don't know, doesn't really matter, that's not what we're here to talk about. But look, he's struggled a little bit, but he's still a fantastic player, and when he's ready, he can just cut inside, leg one off like he did at the Emirates against us on the opening day. Look, they have struggled a little bit, Arsenal, don't get me wrong, but they've still got a brilliant side. And even the players that may come off the bench, someone who I rate really highly and I think has done a really cracking job since joining Arsenal is Leandro Trossard. Whether he'll start or come off the bench against us, it remains to be seen. But I think he's a really good player, and he's a real smart signing. I was really surprised when Brighton let him go, to be honest with you, because he's a good player for them. He's got a hat-trick for them at Anfield last season. He's a solid player. And he's proven that at Arsenal, he's one of those players, a bit like Diogo Jota at Liverpool. He doesn't always start every game, but when he comes off the bench or when he does start, he's reliable. He can be relied on, and he's a player that, picks up a goal, picks up an assist when needed. And that's underrated. It really is. And I think he's a brilliant player. Whether he'll start, I don't know. Maybe it'll probably be, I think, Gabriel Martinelli. But he's a really good player, Trossard, and I rate him highly. Yeah, Arsenal, who will be in goal? It's another question over them. I don't know. There were some reports saying that potentially we might be interested in and Ramsdale on loan. Interested, yes. Ever likely to get him? No. Let's be real. There's a lot of things I'm interested in. I don't think I'm ever going to get. So look, they have a little bit of unrest in that position, but so do we. To be fair, if we could pick between Ramsdale and Raya over Turner or Fletcher, I think I'll take that in a heartbeat. But we'll see what happens in that. Turner did keep a clean sheet in the week, so or on Friday. So fair play to him. Also about that, fair play to him on that one. I expect him to probably start in this one, but I'll get on to our team in a moment. The back four for Arsenal, the two centre-halves I think are fantastic. Saliba and Gabriel. Full-backs, I think that can be an area that I need to improve on. I think playing Ben White as a right-back is not his natural position, and sometimes it shows. Same with Zinchenko. I think at Man City, under Pep, he could get away with playing Zinchenko at left back because of the way that he played, but he's been exposed in far too many situations, and I think a left back and a right back might be, along with a striker, what they need. So maybe we can get down the balls, down the wings, and try and run at the defence, try and run at players like Zinchenko, and see if we can exploit that. See if we can get Alanga back in and use his pace there. That would be excellent. But yeah, they're a really good side. Declan Rice, a superb footballer. Same with Martin Odegaard and whoever joins them, probably Kai Havertz. I quite like Havertz. I don't know why. I always want him to do well. Not on Tuesday, of course not. But I want him to. I want him to work. I want it to work for him. I liked him at Leverkusen, and I really hope that it does click for him. But just not against us. Yeah. So in terms of our lineup, then obviously off the back of that 0-0 against Bristol City, I couldn't watch it. It wasn't on British TV, and I'm quite glad I didn't watch it because it seemed like it was a very, very boring match of football. But yeah, in terms of the lineup for me, I think you're going to go with Turner in goal off the back of a clean sheet. Hopefully that breeds a bit of confidence for him and he can go and have a good game against his former side. The back four, I'd probably go with Montiel at right back, at left back. I know Nuno Tavares has been picked a little bit with Olarena still being at the Africa Cup of Nations, sorry. But I'd go with Harry Toffoli. I rate him a lot. I think he's been brilliant this season. Centre halves, it's a difficult one because obviously you've got Mohamed Ali and you've got Murillo, and they, for me, are in most games, I think now, are probably our best centre-back partnership, whilst Niakate is still at AFCON. I believe Senegal... Was it Senegal that lost? I think Senegal lost. So Niakate will be coming back, obviously not for tomorrow, but he'll be back. I say tomorrow, you're probably watching this today, as the game's on this evening. You got to be back, but for the moment, they're the best that we've got, and it's a bit of a difficult one because I'm like, are they experienced enough to deal with the likes of Martinelli, Saka, and Jesus? Who knows? They're athletic, they're quick, they're strong. So I'd probably play them together because I don't think there's many other options. But if we had maybe a Bolly or Niakate to go alongside one of them, maybe that would be better, but they proved me wrong in some of the other games. The league game that they played together at centre half, the game just completely escapes me. Brentford, and even though we conceded 3 times, they looked solid a lot of the game. So I think in that one, they've probably done enough to show me that they can start, and hopefully their pace and athleticism can help them in that midfield. Then for me, the two sitting, I think you've got to go with Yates. He's brilliant at the minute, Ryan Yates, and I'm really happy for him. I remember back in the Championship days, people were going, "Oh yeah, Ryan Yates, he's not even Championship level. Get him sold to a League One club and he can find his level." But he's constantly proving people wrong, and I'm so pleased for him. And hopefully he can. I'm not saying on current form right now, but hopefully he can keep proving people wrong and get an England call up. That'd be amazing for the lad. And I'd put alongside him, if he's fit, if he's ready to go, Oya Mangala. The 3 across the front behind the striker, Danilo, Dominguez and Gibbs-White for me. I know Danilo and Dominguez aren't necessarily wingers by trade, but dependent on fitness would depend on the the options we have. Now, I would like to see Alanga start. If Alanga's fit enough to start, get him in that right wing position, running at Zinchenko. If he's not fit, then it'll be Dominguez and Danilo. But look, I think you got to go with Alanga if he's fit. Massively needed. And then obviously up front, Chris Wood. Obviously, if Taiwo is fit, then maybe, but I don't think he'll be ready just yet. I don't know. I feel for Woody, really, to be honest with you, because he's a fantastic footballer and he's done a great job for us. And I feel like when Taiwo comes back in, he's just going to get benched, which is a shame because he doesn't deserve that. But I feel like that might happen. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, really looking forward to this one. A bit nervous thinking that Arsenal are on a bit of a good run of form. They'll be fully refreshed and fully fit going into this one. So it could be a difficult night for us. But you never know. I thought that last time they came to City Ground, we beat them. I thought that both times we played them in the Cup. So we'll have to go and see what the game produces for us. But yeah, I think it'll be key if Alanga's fit to get him down that right. Even if he's coming off the bench, I think running at the defence, he could be a real handful. But yeah, I'm going to go with a confident 1-0 and hope that Arsenal have an off day. But I feel like it could be similar to what happened at the Emirates maybe, or even the Emirates last season. No, it won't be that bad. It won't be that bad. But yeah, let us know in the comment section down below what you think of the game, all your thoughts on the starting lineup and that kind of thing. If you enjoy, smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and come on, you Reds.